Am I a jerk for calling out my coworkers' cruel insults? Okay, so, I'm 28 now, but when I was 24, my mom passed away from breast cancer. Both of my grandmothers had also died from it. So, I got some tests done, and it turned out I had some potentially cancerous cells in my breast tissue. The doctor gave me two choices. Wait and see if they turned harmful or get a double mastectomy. I chose the double mastectomy. They warned me about scarring, but not how bad it would be. I ended up with inch-long, half-inch wide scars on my chest, and I absolutely hated them. It got to the point where it was seriously messing with my mental health. I felt sick looking at myself, and I wouldn't even leave my apartment. I started seeing a therapist, and after some cognitive behavioral therapy, she suggested scar reduction surgery. The plastic surgeon said implants could hide the scars. Before the mastectomy, I was naturally big, an F-cup, so I went with slightly smaller but still pretty large, DD-sized implants. They hid the scars really well, and I was happy with them. My mental health improved, and I felt comfortable in my own skin again. A few months ago, I was at work having lunch with a friend, and we were planning a vacation. She made a joke about my chest exploding on the plane. She knew me before the surgery and wasn't being mean, so I laughed. But a coworker, Jill, overheard and, not knowing about the cancer thing, told everyone I'd had a boob job. She hated me from that moment on. She's made jokes to other coworkers ever since, calling me fake in two ways, and more plastic than Barbie, all when I was close enough to hear. I've asked her to stop multiple times. Then, we were all having lunch the other day, me, Jill, and some others, and a coworker, Bob, was talking about his daughter wanting to marry this guy who has nothing going for him. I said Bob was being a little shallow. Jill then chimed in, well, you'd know all about being shallow, while gesturing at my chest. I'd had enough, and replied, do you know why I have these? A few years ago, doctors found potentially cancerous cells in my breast tissue. I was advised to get a double mastectomy and was left with huge scars. I went to a therapist and cosmetic surgeon, who advised me to get implants to hide the scars, which I did, just so I could look at myself in the mirror without crying. So, maybe next time you judge someone for having cosmetic surgery, ask why they had it first. Then, feeling like I just dropped the mic, I grabbed my food and left. After that, someone from the lunchroom came to tell me Jill was just joking, and that I was being oversensitive and a you-know-what when Jill didn't know about the cancerous cells. I responded that maybe Jill shouldn't have been a you-know-what to begin with. Now, half the office seems to side with Jill, and the other half with me. So, am I the jerk? Well, for the rest of the day, about a third of my office offered support, while the rest told me Jill was just joking and I was being a you-know-what. I replied that Jill was being a you-know-what long before I was.